What is going on, football fans? It's your boy Lolo, and I am. We're here. We're actually here. And so thank you guys for hanging tight and about 20 minutes behind schedule, but it's better than 3 hours behind schedule. We're about to push this all the way back, and then I tried one more time before I threw my computer out of the studio, and it worked. So fantastic. So let's do this show. Let's do Premier League, fantasy football. And we're going to do something a little bit different this week because I've just found that I don't enjoy talking to myself as much as I thought I would. So, I mean, you can hear him breathing in the background. I don't think he knows we can hear him, but we can totally hear him. He sounds like a truffle pig. So let's bring in the truffle pig himself, Mr. Mark.
If that picks up, if that tracks, you and I are going to go at it live pay-per-view style.
Nice. No, that's actually what I call my daughter right now, because she's just like, she hardly cries, but then you hear her like
kind of snuffling.
I'm like, somebody's looking for truffles. Time to feed her. But good to see Jimmy, Ben, Scott Newby, Bobby Two Scoops, Mr. Tom here. So good to see all you guys in here. Conche was in here earlier. I know a lot of you guys went back to work. Anders, I like this set of comments here when I said we're gonna have to cancel, and yeah. So like here, Ben, you mean I actually have to do some work instead? I'll get on with dinner then. Fried rice kung po tonight. Sounds good, Bobby.
That sounds delicious.
But you know Bobby will be back, right?
Yeah, he's always back.
He's going to look for the standings because he's got something good to look at in those standings. So here we are. We're talking fantasy football. The truffle pig. I'm sorry. There's Ben. Ben's back. He says, don't worry, work can wait. Fantastic. Well, guys, this is our fantasy football. There's a truffle pig.
That's what a truffle pig looks. I look nothing like that.
No, it's just when you're back there, you're not fully backstage. You're just off stage, so we can hear you. I don't know. I didn't think we need to work on that.
I didn't think anybody could. Look, if people can hear me, they're not listening.
So let's get cracking. Fantasy football. We had no fantasy football to deal with this past week.
So what are we doing?
We've got a lot to look at right now, man. First of all, we're going to have to look at the Stoop Crew standings. We'll get into that. We'll see where everybody's going. We don't have a new leader, but you'll see in a moment.
Let's get to it. Yeah, I'm excited.
Hold on. Scott says, big shout out to Mark, who smashed it last night, repping the Stoop Crew on an Arsenal podcast. And I agree, man, you killed it.
Thanks, man. I had a lot of fun with those guys. Not nearly as fun as I have with you. But
I could tell
if our show was the warm-up, that got me the juices flowing, I had a lot of fun. And I actually got a couple of comments on the on some of my zingers, so to speak. Everyone really liked the Man United electing midfielders like a crazy cat lady. Everyone liked that one.
That was great. So let's actually take a look at the Stoop Crew standing. So just for those of you guys who may not see your names up here, if you're not a member of the Stoop Crew, you probably didn't get that link to join in our fantasy league, and so you'll have to do that. You got to join the Stoop Crew, and then you get into the Stoop Crew fantasy league. This is our way of keeping out a lot of ringers. Like this guy I met the other day who was like, let me know. I'll join I'll join your fantasy league. He's like, I'm ranked number like 100 in the world right now. And I was like, no, thank you. Unless you pay the membership dues.
Unless you're paying as a legend, club legend.
No. It's like, Mark, level. We don't mind if you join any fantasy league in the world because you're not gonna like.
I'm awful at it.
You actually help with the curve.
Oh my God! It's like I think I've had I think I had weeks where I had like 24 points. We had mentioned when we first started. Lolo mentioned a kind of a help site or a help bot called Fantasy Football Fix, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to see just how good it is, and I have used it each and every week. When who was it for City that got the red card?
Oh, Laporte.
They told me to not only pick him up, but to make him my captain, which I did. I did that. And we know how that worked out because I got -6 points because yeah, something like that. It was crazy.
Oh,
it was like, and it might still be on there. I think that's from 2 weeks ago.
I think because he gave up a certain number of goals, which are negative points. And then he got a red card, which is negative points, and he didn't go a full night. Oh, what a good!
I'm not exactly sure if it was -6, but
if only you had triple captained him.
Well, oh my God, that would have been insane.
Let's take a look and see where exactly Mark is on the table. This is now a live look into the Stoop Crew Fantasy League standings. Boom! Mark McKenzie sitting in last place.
I got 47 points last week.
You're dead on 200, man. Dead on 200.
You know what? I've only been doing this 4 weeks, so
we'll see you, Mr. Tom. Sorry, you got to get out of here, but you killed it last night as well, representing Leeds United and the Stoop Crew on the Arsenal podcast. It was funny hearing Gary like every now and then, like, I guess they really want to talk about Leeds.
I know. I was like, I gotta like put in that plug somewhere. I did think I mentioned Leeds for just a quick second.
No,
but,
I'm like, don't
just
start
the
Gary,
Leeds United fans are gonna take over every YouTube cast in the world, and it's just like today it'll be like like some I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it'll be a Leeds only society, and the Leeds Stapo will come in and make sure that you're tuned in.
It was funny because you could tell they were a little confused as to why these Leeds, like, we've got a Wolves fan on here, and then these Leeds fans followed him here.
Because my Stoop crew rolls deep.
They roll deep. And I was like, don't even mention Leeds right now, Gary, because it's going to become the Red Cannon Leeds United show.
Right.
So, I mean, speaking of Gary, he's right there on top of you. Now listen, Mark's only got 200 points, but he didn't join until like week 6 or 7 anyway. So give him a break with that. And I believe Gary has 200 more points than you. He's just bad. So let's move up the list. There's Justin Cross. Bob Retrovolt there. Look at these 47. You did better than all these guys. Mark, you still have the high score of the week. So
I do
47. Well,
hey, I guess
we're still in the 30s.
That might say something for Football Fix. I don't know.
Rob Greenleaf, man. I thought he was doing a lot better. He's down here in 30 with a green arrow. That means he
was moving up.
He's moving up. Anders, what's going on, Anders? There you are in 29th place with 36. 47 is still the best of the week. There you go, Chirelli. Director John coming in with 50 big points. So 50 points is now the best. Let's see. Steve Manning, Julian, 59. Apple of Sodom. I'm not sure who that is. Robbie Burns, 59 is still the best. There's Via Martine. There's Jazz. There's Lolly, Darren. Mr. Tom here with 51. 59 is still the tops here. Let's see. Keep going. There's the one and only James Reeves, sitting pretty in 15th place, mid-table, solid mid-table. Not going up, not going down, just chilling at over 600 points. Looks like, Paul H. with 62 points. Apple of Sodom is Saul, says Ben. Thank you very much, Ben. Let's see. 62 points becomes the new highest score for Paul H. He's got the high score. Soren, there you are. Is Soren here? I thought I saw him earlier. Ben Ireland with 55. Alibi Albion. Oh, there you go. Changing his name. 58 for Mr. Lawler. Bumping up to 10th place. I got to say, Ben Ireland, you're doing pretty well, man. You were down at the bottom the first few weeks of the season, and now you're in 11th place, solid 11th place. Like, you could catch John any week. He's 5 points ahead of you. 58 is still the lead. There's Ben AZ Leeds right there. You know whose name we haven't seen yet?
Yours.
That's mine. That's mine. We haven't seen mine. We saw Mr. Tom. Who else did we see? We haven't seen. There we go. Lolo's Locos right there. Jeez. 74 points. That's the high score so far.
So far, that's gonna be high score.
I don't know.
You've already looked at this. You do know.
No, I don't remember, but I feel like I didn't get the high score.
That's incredible.
74. That's 74 pretty good.
Is just that's amazing.
And I jumped over Ben. Sorry, Ben. It's the time difference. You know, I got an extra few points for the time difference. Let's go up. Scott Newby, 65 points. That is a respectable score, more than respectable. That's, you know, if some people weren't so good at this, I'm on your ass, Scott. I'm on your ass, Scott. You know what? That just made me think in the Stoop shop, we need to design an ascot that says "I'm on your ass, Scott." No,
no.
Work for you, Mark.
No.
Anders with 39. Oh no, Andrea Avia Blues was up there in first place forever, scoring 39 points. I can catch him or her 4 points. I can jump up a few spots. Here we go. Let's see. Next, Terry. There's Terry from Only Football Fans. Don't forget, in a few hours, Only Football Fans will be live at 4 o'clock our time. That's like 2.5 hours away. And they're going to have Hannah Bagley. Is that correct, John? Nod your head. Bagley.
What's a Hannah Bagley?
She's a boxer.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
She is.
Hope she wasn't watching.
She is not.
No disrespect.
I guarantee
there,
she's not one of the 10 people watching right now. Terry is...
I love that he answers too big.
It's better than any cat would do.
Oh, wow. Let's see. So there's Terry. Now we come up to our top 3. John's in love with Hannah, says Ben. Yeah. Beautiful woman who could kick his ass. I mean, what more could you ask for a dude from Brooklyn? Let's see who's in third place. There's Lolly right there with only 56. Limo with 76. Yeah, he beat me by 2 points. Now I remember. Sitting pretty. It looks like first, second, and third place stayed the same. And who is it? Drum roll, please. And there he is, Bobby. 2 scoops. Rafi's Roughneck sitting in there. 69 points. 735. You were actually tied. Limo tied with you. So, wow. All right, fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the highest scoring team this week, which would be Handbags FC. That's Limo. Let's take a peek at what he did. Starting off there, we have Saw in the back. He had a lot of faith in you guys, in your Wolves. Tomiyasu with a good clean sheet, 5 points. Cancelo had a hell of a day. Alexander Arnold with a hell of a day as well. Gallagher putting in a shift. Smith Rowe on the score sheet as well. Lucas Moura with a clean sheet. Bernardo Silva with a goal and a clean sheet. Salah as captain. 10 points out of a captain is terrible for Salah right now.
Yeah,
but
no doubt.
I'm sure he's kicking himself just like I am. But how are you going to not captain Salah right now? We'll get into that down the road. Ronaldo with a measly 1 and Antonio with a measly 2. Let's check out his bench. Oh, he had the number 1 goalkeeper in the league this week, which was Ben Foster with 11. So well done there. Well done there. But correct, Bobby, super tight at the top. 735, I guess the top 2. There's Gary. Good to see you, Gary. We're gonna have to scroll a while to see where you are, Gary, because you and Mark are chilling doing podcasts down here at the bottom of the table. There you go. But let's see. So 30, 35, 43 points separate third place and second place. That is nigh uncatchable, I would say. So the rest of us are down here looking for Champions League spots, as who said it? Scott Newby. Scott Newby's down here with me. We're aiming for Champions League spots coming up this week. But down here is really tight. Anything could happen here. So I want to take a look. First of all, Mark, you're new to the show. Let's take a look at what.
So it was 3 weeks ago that I had Cancelo.
It's okay. We'll forget. No, you had Laporte.
This week,
Laporte, who had the
right, Laporte. Card. That's what I meant.
So let's see. You got Ben Mendy. We'll take a look at Mendy because I did something pretty.
The whole world is waiting
giving up
on
a goal
that
at the end of the game. Giving up a goal at the end of the game was sad for a lot of people, except for me. Kilman giving up too many goals. Rudiger, maybe not the best Chelsea defender to have on your team, especially when Chilwell. I think Chilwell and James are about the same price, if I'm not mistaken. I had Rudiger in there as well, and I'd say, Mark, it's time to get rid of him. There are better Chelsea defenders to have on there.
Yeah.
Reece James and Chilwell right now, they are actually getting in on the score sheet.
Yeah.
Rafinha saved your butt a little bit, and Conor Gallagher saved your butt. And Diaz.
And Diaz, because I captained Diaz.
Wow, an overwhelming bench, right? That's an expensive bench you got right there. Ooh.
I don't know what to do.
Ooh.
I guess I need to just scrap it and just start all over. I have no idea.
Listen,
I don't know what I'm doing. But I got 47 points.
That's why you're on the show.
That's not bad.
You got 47 points because you got some help from your defender, or actually you captained him. So not a bad captain. But listen, Ronaldo is gonna score. Antonio is gonna score. Jimenez is gonna score. Like these guys are gonna score. I'm not worried about
my front line. But I got to get rid of Sarr. He hasn't done anything in weeks.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't even be. These guys are who I would be. These guys down here: Jack Grealish, Kieran Tierney, Laporte. Laporte is out of favor. Grealish, he's too expensive. So, and he, yes, he could get 3 assists and a goal in a game, but he will go many games without doing anything.
I feel I should be writing all of this down.
No. We don't write anything down. We don't take real notes. And Dan Hornstein says,
I could just rewatch the show.
Mark, you need Salah. And you kind of do need Salah. You need the most informed player in the world right now in your team. But Antonio's going to go through a rough spot. To be honest, Mark, I wouldn't be afraid of a wild card right now. It's not a bad time for a wild card. And you have Martinez, who's expensive, and Mendy, who's expensive. Pick one and run with it. Think about Martinez, by the way, because Steven Gerrard just took over Aston Villa. He's a defender. He's isn't he? Am I making shit up now? No, but their defense is going to tighten up. But Mendy is a fantastic shout who you could play for the rest of the season because he's a fantastic keeper. But save $1 million, $500,000 over here by getting Foster, who is very cheap and a good option. Gerrard was a midfielder. Sorry. Yeah, who was I thinking of? I was thinking of fucking other.
Thinking some other
guy. Tierney right now, I don't know how expensive he is. How expensive is he? He's 4.8. 4.8, not bad, but look, Ben White is about the same price if you want an Arsenal defender. Or Tomiyasu, who's gonna play. Laporte, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
how much is he? 5.5. Get rid of him.
He still has 2 more games to miss.
Yeah, John Terry. That's who I was thinking of. The Aston Villa, who I thought. There you go. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Livramento for Tierney as well. That's a good shout. He's cheaper. There's lots of guys in there that you could work with. So I'm going to take a peek at my team, and let's see what you guys think about my team. I have Mendy, and I benched him for Mr. Aaron Ramsdale, the number one keeper in England, the English keeper right now. Maybe not, but in form. I took him because I thought Chelsea was, I thought Burnley could get a goal, and I was pretty sure we were going to keep a clean sheet. But Ramsdale, I mean, look at that, 90 minutes played, clean sheet, and he also got a bonus. Those bonus points are key when your keeper is in form and your keeper is saving the day. He's going to get those bonus points as well. So it's something big to look at. But then I got helped out by Reece James. He got an assist, of course, the yellow card. But then look, Reece James with the bonus points. I think that's 2 or 3 weeks in a row he's gotten the bonus points.
How are bonus points determined?
Nobody knows. It's like there's somebody gets 3, somebody gets 2, and somebody gets 1.
Okay. It's kind of like trivia. You just assign, and just here, have some points.
Yeah. Yeah, Bobby, I went super defensive, and I got killed the first week I put them in because all 3 of these teams gave up goals. So it was terrible. But Alexander-Arnold saved me. Van Dijk is actually cheaper than you think. And I do like Van Dijk on offensive corners because he does get in there and scores a goal every now and then. But his defending looks he's a little chillaxed right now. So I'm not getting rid of them for the Arsenal match because usually when I do something like that, then Arsenal will go on a tear and destroy them, or they'll do really well if I do sub them out. If I leave them on the team, I'm going to take a hit in fantasy, but Arsenal will win. So that's what I'm going with. And then I went with the two Chelsea defenders that are, it's hard to even call them defenders because they play so high up. They're playing with a back 5 right now. So if you look at the team sheet, James and Chilwell, they spend most of their time on the wings. They're wingers, not even wing backs. But then João Cancelo, what a fucking game he had. He should have had 2 goals as well in that match. But you see him there. He had 90 minutes, 2 assists, clean sheet, yellow card, but he got all 3 bonus points. Rafinha with a great free kick again that I was screaming at Rodrigo, jump! Do not touch that ball. It's going in. Do not touch that ball. And it went in. Foden with a clean sheet. This is a guy I'm confused with right now because I'm playing a bit of Pep Roulette. Even though he has been starting, it's just like he was out on the wings the entire match, and Bernardo Silva was playing as the striker. But look, for what he cost, he's 8.3 million. I'd rather have Conor Gallagher, to be honest, and save like 2 million or something. Anyway, we'll get into that. Smith Rowe is in form. I did go with my Arsenal players who I benched the week before, and I got 15 points from him. Not mad about that at all. Once again, Salah, off week is 90 minutes and an assist. So nobody can give you shit for starting him as a captain. An off week is 90 minutes and an assist. And then Ivan Toney. Listen, I thought they were going to have a fucking game. I thought they were going to have a good game against Norwich, and then Norwich was playing for their coach, playing for their manager. Speaking of Norwich, I got me some Timu Pukki. 9 points on the bench. So, yeah. So here we are. And now, so anybody else want me to take a peek at your team? Shout it out right now. Get them in the comments, and we will take a look at your team. We have to look at Bobby's team because he is in first place. So let's see what Bobby's up to. 69 points, quite respectable. He started Ramsdale as well. Foster on the bench, but he started Ramsdale, Alexander-Arnold, João Cancelo, Dan James. Not Dan James, Reece James. Very different defender, Dan James. So these 4, I have those 4. But then he went with the Cucurella, the Spanish floppy hair guy.
I love that dude. Just for his floppy hair.
Bumo and Toney. These guys should have gotten you a lot more points I'm right there with you with the vice captain. I almost captained Toney over Salah. We have a very similar team, Bobby, I would say. Livramento on the bench got you 6 points. He's got this yellow around him. He's just got a knock. Okay, good. But look at that, 4.5 and 48 points. Pfft, steal. That's a fucking steal. Probably not as good of a steal as Foster. Well, yeah, only 23 points, but 4-1. Let's see. So do you have any suggestions for Bobby from the bottom of the table to the top of the table, Mark? Any suggestions?
I don't know what I'm doing. Why would you take any advice from me?
Well, should he
I'm going to spend like 3 hours
Well, how about this, Mark? Should he stick with Raul Jimenez? They got West Ham, Norwich, Burnley.
West Ham does give up goals. So, it wouldn't
Is
hurt.
he on penalties? Is he?
We would have to be awarded one.
No. But yeah, you're right. But
I don't think we've been. I don't think actually. If I look back in time deep enough, I think it's Ruben Neves, because against Villa, that wasn't even a penalty. That was a free kick. Or not a free kick.
I'd say around week 15 or after Burnley. That's when maybe this whole month here of December, you would think about, all right, let's get him the hell out of here. Because even Brighton isn't giving up all that many goals.
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool is, however, but I don't know. It's hard to bet against him there. I do like Townsend here. Townsend is having a good season. Scott says he got Livramento early in the season at 4 million. Can't see me getting rid of him at any point. Yeah,
I wouldn't. I would pick him up. I was actually thinking about it.
I feel like I missed the boat at 4.5. That is a huge price raise. Usually you're going like 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. So there is that. West Ham's Ben Johnson. That is a good shout. So let's go ahead and let's try and look at some transfers. So if I was going to do some transfers, I have one free transfer. I have $0.3 million pound euros, whatever we're going with.
For a guy that doesn't know what he's doing, what does the wild card do? Because you suggested that I use it.
Okay, so
I don't even know what that does.
A wild card is in one game week, you get as many changes as you want. You still have your 100 million only that you can spend. Well, you have the value of your team that you can spend. So you could trade out any of the players you want, and that is now your team. So I did that to mine 2 weeks ago, where I felt my back line was a little, it was just getting a little clusterfucky. And it was like West Ham was going on a bad run of matches. So it was time to get rid of Antonio. I had a lot of bench players that I was never going to play, and there were cheaper options that could actually get you money, like Norgard was working out. He's got a good run of fixtures. But then I saw, look, 5.9 and 5.9 for Chilwell and James. Fucking take it. And Ramsdale is 4.6. Fucking take it. I think I had Foster in, and he was like 4.5. So those prices are going to go up as well. Because 7.6 Alexander-Arnold, he's the most expensive defender. So 7.6, I went ahead and splurged on an expensive one, and I splurged on Salah. Foden is my next expensive player. Everybody else is, in the 5 to 7 range, and they're all getting points, and they're all in form. So I felt like it was time to go, fuck it. Let's do a whole switch. I'm going to go super defensive because Chelsea's going on an easy run of fixtures. City is going on a better run of fixtures. And I just wanted to overload the back end with City, Liverpool, and Chelsea defenders. We'll see you, Bobby Two Scoops. Hell of a job.
Thanks,
Bobby. So you could do that to completely flip your team. Now, if you're only going to change 3 players, or so, you might think about taking the hit or finding a way. So let's check out your team. So what you got to think of is if you do more than your allotted transfers, it's -4 for every transfer.
Right.
So right now, who would you get rid of?
Sar.
To me, you could start this team. You could start this team and have a good week. I just think Antonio Ronaldo Jimenez and no clean sheet from Rudiger and Mendy killed you.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a clean sheet for Chelsea, that's an additional 8 points, which brings you up to 55. If Ronaldo gets a goal, that's another 4 points. That's 59. If Antonio gets a goal, that's another 4. That's 63. If Jimenez gets a goal, all these guys who could have done damage. Gray usually gets an assist. Sarr could have had goals against Arsenal and didn't.
Right.
So I
know it's like, and
it's not a bad team.
Didn't Watford score 5 last
exactly.
week or something, or 2 weeks ago, and they scored 5 and he had no involvement whatsoever?
Yeah. So what I would do is this. Sarr is still cheap enough, like 6-1. Who are you really going to get for that? As opposed to 7-7 for Grealish. So get Grealish off the fucking team and 5-5 for a defender for Laporte. 4-8. So I'd leave Tierney because Tierney's coming back. So don't mess with Tierney. So right now,
I would feel about that.
Exactly. Out of desperation for you, I have 2 moves, and it would be getting rid of these 2 City players. There are better City players. There are better Liverpool players. So if you wanted to make a move, get rid of these 2 guys. You bring in Trent Alexander-Arnold for Grealish. Well, which would be for Laporte, but the money of Grealish. And then you buy a $6 million guy in the middle, or buy somebody really cheap that you're not even going to play to build up enough money that then you can get rid of Sarr or somebody and get an 8 million, 9 million. Hopefully, like you should be working to get Salah in your team, to be getting Salah or Trent in your team. I think. They're just the ones who are going to score. They're the ones who are going to get the bonus points most days of the week. That's what I would say. Now, Ronaldo they're coming into a better run of fixtures, but they're still who they are. However, Ronaldo is going to play 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And Antonio is going to play 90 minutes until he gets injured. Jimenez, same thing. So, like, your front line could get, like, there could be a hat trick across the board for you any given week. They just happen to have a bad week. So for you, I don't know. I don't know if I would do the wild card, because like just the other week, didn't Kilman just get you?
Yeah, he got me.
The other week,
he got me quite a bit of points.
Oh no, he didn't.
I think he got.
Oh yeah, week 10, he got you 8.
Week 10, he got me. 8.
Yeah. So like, there's no reason to move Kilman. Wolves are doing all right. Wang for Jimenez. Yeah, Wang for Jimenez saves you $1 million or so, and it gets money in the bank.
Right.
But it's a lateral move right now. It just saves you money. So if you wanted to do that, and you keep your whole team. But for me, I would say get rid of Grealish and spend that money. That's good money. Right. Do you have any money in the bank?
I have.
It doesn't show.
I don't know. It doesn't really show. I have like almost $1 million.
Oh wow!
I have 900,000.
So look, if you get rid of Grealish, that's 7-7. So you would have
8.6.
6.
Yeah.
So let's see, 8.6. So let me
honestly,
let me see. So if I look for a midfielder, and what did you say you have? 8.6?
Yeah. If I got rid of Grealish, that would give me 8.6.
So let's go up to 9 here. So look, I mean, you already have Conor Gallagher, but look at all these guys who are scoring more points than him. Even, I mean, Bernardo Silva. It's just tough with the whole Pep roulette. But look, Diogo Jota,
I had Jota and Fantasy Football Fix made me get rid of him.
Well, because Firmino was hot, but now Firmino's injured.
Right.
So Jota for 7.5, boom. Oh yeah, and Tsimikas. Well, good shout, Scott. Tsimikas is 3.9, and Robertson has a hamstring injury. So he's going to be flying into people's teams right now.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I wouldn't put him in this week because Arsenal are going to put up 3. You heard it here first.
And you'll hear it again 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on our next show.
But I mean, look at this. Even like guys that you love, Mark, like Souček here. I mean, all these guys for the 7.7 that you're paying for Grealish.
Right.
Maxwell Cornet. He's
on fire right now. He's in form.
He's got 33 points, and I think he's played 3 matches. Oh no, not only 3. Jesus, he's played a lot more.
Yeah, he's just come on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's only played 6 matches, and he has as many points as Jack Grealish, basically. So not a bad shout there, and he's going to be the centerpiece for Burnley for a while now. They found somebody they really love.
Right.
So absolutely get rid of Jack Grealish right now, and watch him score a hat trick tomorrow. This weekend, and that'll be awesome. So, all right, guys. So let's look at some other things that people are saying here. So if I was to go to, let's look at some of the transfers for defenders. So let's just, not that I'm actually going to be replacing him, but let's just take a look at some of the defenders and total points. Here we go. So João Cancelo sitting up at the top, Alexander-Arnold, Reece James, Virgil van Dijk. If you notice, besides Rudiger, those are all my defenders. So that's why I'm doing a little bit better. But here's Livramento. Look at the difference in price, 4.5. That's 2 million off of that, and he's 20 points below. But there's that. I want to go check out Livramento and Johnson. Because Johnson absolutely...
I think you passed Livramento. He was on the first screen. I'm pretty sure.
He's not way up here, is he?
Yeah, he's right there.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, not Livramento. Tsimikas. So Livramento, fantastic option. He's got a little thing here. It's just a knock, but he is such a... look at these points he's putting up. Clean sheet.
Be good,
clean
Ben.
sheet.
Hopefully it's
even with
terrible.
No clean sheet. Yeah, we'll see you, Ben. But I want to take a look at Johnson so here's Tsimikas, 3.9. 3.9. And yes, he only has 24 points, but that's
he hasn't played, and
because
he will play.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's played 5 matches. He has 24 points in only 2 out of the 5. He scored 1 point. So that means he's getting clean sheets. He had an assist. It's fantastic, man. I'd take him all day. And then where's Johnson? He's not even on here. So let's see. There's Ben Johnson for 4. Yeah, they went up against Liverpool, but look, even when he didn't get a clean sheet, he got 8 points, 6 points, 7 points. Like, the dude is killing it, and he absolutely stole his spot from Soufal. So,
yeah, for sure, yes, man.
Thank you, Ben AZ, because I anyway, okay, guys. Last shouts. Do you guys have any questions that you want to hear my thoughts or Mark's thoughts on any players or possibilities that are coming up right now? Otherwise, we will have to say goodbye very soon. I gotta go pick up daughter number 1. Stolen pig. Should you go for the Porky alert? Absolutely not. But so Mark, yeah, continue working on it, continue thinking. But look, 47 points, and always, Mark, look at the average. All right. So look at the average score. So when you click on your points, you'll see. Let me share this. So you'll see right there, average points, 42. That's in the millions, hundreds of millions of people who play this game. 42 is the average. You had what?
47.
Motherfucker, you are Mr. 55% right now. You are Mr. 55 right there. 54%. And look, the 116, I guarantee you played a bench boost or something like that. So played one of these
triple
chips.
captain. You triple captained.
But just remember, you get 2 wild cards, so you do have to play your wild card before Boxing Day. So it's now no longer like, oh, I don't want to play it too early. We're technically in the second quarter of the season, are we? Almost. Week 12 would be second quarter of the season. So anyway, guys,
what do I have to use by Boxing Day? The wild card?
One wild card, yeah.
One wild card by Boxing Day. Okay,
wait,
cool.
I'm gonna have to brush up on all the chips to make sure I'm getting all those right. But as you guys know, this isn't one of the fantasy shows that is trying to get you guys in the top 100 in the world. This is trying to keep it respectable to show your fantasy team to your friends and say, yo, look, I'm in the top half of this 30-person league. So there's that. But we're gonna call it a day from here. We will see you guys back on Thursday for the weekend watch list. And don't forget, in 2 hours, go over to our brother channel, our brothers from across the pond, the Only Football Fans podcast. They will be talking football with Hannah Bagley. She is a boxer and she could kick your ass. So much love, guys. And Mark, once again, great job last night. You killed it.
Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I had a lot of fun.
So cool. All right, Director John, thank you so much for being here. We will see you guys later. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that. Adios, bitches.